Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 9 of the Discount Bookshop podcast. As you may have noticed, I'm not recording from the stockroom today because oh, hang on, motorbike. Yes, because I'm recording the beginning today and the rest tomorrow. Currently I'm on my way to Rachel Stair's farm. Rachel Stair from the last episode, of course, to see how her petting zoo event is doing. When head office heard that she'd announced the petting zoo in last month's episode of the podcast, they thought it might be a good marketing opportunity. Apparently it was Bryn Jones's idea, actually. You might remember him from episode 5. And I suppose he is head of business development, and by doing more marketing it helps to develop the business. Anyway, head office are paying my expenses for me to go to the petting zoo on behalf of the company. So I'll take some photos, give my review on here, etc. I wasn't keen on trekking all the way over to Devon just for one day, but it was either that or help do a stock take at work, which would involve staying until 8 PM. So you can see why I chose this. Who knows? Maybe I'll even see a hedgehog. Just trying to find the farm now. I think it's this way. Oh, there's a bee. There's a bee. Oh dear, you just stay over there, bee. Nothing interesting here. Slightly regretting using that shampoo which smells like flowers. Oh dear. Maybe it likes my drink. Do you like my drink? I'll hold it out, hang on. Let me just take the lid off. How do you feel about that? No? Oh god, there's another bee. Great, we have a friend. How nice for you. Yes, stop showing off with the special dance. I wonder if you'd have anything. Hang on. I wonder if I've got anything you'd like in my bag. Can't give you that because that's kiwi scented lip balm, which my 7-year-old neighbour Lottie put in my bag. She's going to want that back. Hang on. I have a peach. Do you like peach? Just open the container. Okay, do you like this? Want a peach? They seem interested in it. Maybe if I just roll it away over there. Yes! Now I'll just keep walking away. I've lost my peach, listeners. But actually it's an excuse not to eat it now, because actually the fuzzy skin makes my teeth go funny. So I'll just put my container away. Put it back in my bag. Right, I think we're nearly there now, so I'll say goodbye for now, and I'll be back when I've finished at the farm. Well, listeners, I don't know what that was all about. It took me hours to get here, listeners, hours. And I dread to think what head office will say when they realise just how much money it cost to get me here. I had to catch trains, buses. They should have just got someone who could drive. That would have been cheaper and easier and quicker. Oh, let me just go through with you what just happened. So, after I stopped recording, I saw a family out walking their dog. Cute, I thought. How cute. Next thing I know, their dog, a Great Dane by the way, runs up to me, jumps up with its muddy paws, and leaves huge muddy paw marks all over my top. I was absolutely livid. Still am. The dog was called Spring, so I should have known. Family laughed. How cute, they said. Yeah, not for me. I have muddy paw prints all over me. Not so much of a Great Dane, I said. Well, I thought it, I didn't say it. I didn't want to make a fuss, but oh my god. The amount of mud on my top, you'd think I was a pig that had been rolling around in muck. So I turned the corner after the family apologised. They did apologise, to be fair, and I do like dogs, but it jumped up and I was on my way to a work thing. You know the story, I'm getting sidetracked now. So I turned a corner and there was a cow just stood there, and I said hello to it, like anyone would. And I could see that the cow was amused by the mud on my top, and I don't want to keep going on about it because I don't like to make a fuss, but I could see that the cow was trying not to laugh. Anyway, the cow gave me no help when I asked for which way I needed to go, but eventually it looked to the left, so I went that way. Not my finest moment because that actually sent me the wrong way. I went back to the cow and I could tell it had been laughing. It had a glint in its eye. So I stormed off in the other direction. God, I'm out of breath. So I saw a farm in the distance, and I thought, oh, that must be Rachel's farm. And sure enough, I saw her standing by the gate. I should have recorded this bit actually, but never mind. So we waved, and she said that I was the first person to turn up. I'll be honest, I wasn't wholly surprised by this. I complimented the weather, and she complimented my sock. Don't ask why, but I had to wear odd socks. She must have not liked the other one, because she specifically said, I like your sock. It turns out she wasn't joking, by the way, when she said, when she was a guest on the podcast last month and said that one of her pigs was abroad. It turns out that she's participating, I don't know, in some sort of like farm animal exchange program where farm animals get the opportunity to like swap lives with a farm animal from another country for a while. Sounds a bit dodgy to me. I'm not sure about that, to be honest. Apparently it cost the farm £3,000 to exchange, and they still haven't received their exchange animal. So yeah, and I think that was quite a while ago now. So yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, to cut long story short, they don't have many animals to pet. In fact, I didn't see or hear any animals at all. That flood she was talking about actually seems to be getting worse, and it seems to me that the farm is actually slowly sinking, but she didn't seem bothered by that because, and I quote, they've made a raft. So although I chatted to Rachel by the gate for a while, she actually still got me to pay the £15 entrance fee, even though I could see that there were no animals before I was let into the farm. So, and because there were no animals to pet at the petting zoo, it kind of made me wish that I still had those bees actually in the peach earlier to pet, because you know, at least they're all fuzzy, but the bees didn't even want to seem to come anywhere near this farm, and to be honest, I can see why. So, didn't take any photos with Rachel because I didn't see the point. I was supposed to be going to a petting zoo. And even if there had just been one animal, I could have taken a photo with it, you know, suggesting that there are more out of shot, but what was the point? So, what a wasted trip. And I'm so tired, and I have muck on my nice sock, and I've had to walk so far to get to the farm, and I was sweating, and I didn't see a hedgehog, and so, do you know what, I think I'm just gonna leave it here, and I'm gonna go home. So, I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be back in the stock room. Go away, bee. Alright, bye. Well, hello again, listeners. I'm back in my shop after yesterday's trip, and I've spent the whole morning telling Andrew and Melissa about it. Melissa, by the way, is a sales assistant in our shop who works quite a lot. That's why she gets mentioned quite a lot. I can't remember if I've told you about her before, but she hasn't been on the podcast yet. Unlike Andrew and myself, she actually does work while she's at work. I know, I don't understand it either.
Have you seen Christine?
Last time I saw her, she was trying to eat a Horrible Histories box set.
I looked there, but she wasn't there. Last time I saw her, she was in the cupboard where the helium canister is, but she's not there either.
Why was she in there?
Because a child wouldn't let go of it, so the parent made up this story where the dinosaur needed to go and visit its friend who lived in the helium canister cupboard, so they couldn't take it home with them.
Did they say that after they heard the price?
£30 is way too much for that dinosaur.
Far too much, especially for our shop. We're the discount bookshop, for goodness sake. £30! Honestly, what next?
I know. Tell me about it.
I should say for the listeners that Christine is the name we give to a toy dinosaur which we sell in our shop. We've managed to sell all of them apart from one, and now we've taken to moving her around to different parts of the shop throughout the day, so it looks like she's eating various items of stock.
I don't know if anyone's actually noticed that we do that.
We should start a social media page for Christine so that people can put like hashtag where's Christine the dinosaur and post where they find us, you know, when they find us somewhere different. Hannah Bracken would love that.
Who's Hannah Bracken?
Andrew, she was literally talking to you earlier. She's the manager of the shopping centre.
Oh, yeah. So people post hashtag where's Christine the dinosaur on... Where do they do that?
Hang on, can you use an apostrophe in a hashtag?
I don't know.
I don't think I've ever seen one. Hang on, let me just look that up. It says that you should never use apostrophes in hashtags. Look.
Mm-hmm.
They've underlined the word never, Andrew. We can't have where's Christine the dinosaur without an apostrophe.
How about if it was where is Christine the dino? Hashtag where's Christine the dino?
That makes it look like it says, "Where is Christine Thedino?"
Who's that?
Well, I don't know, but that's what it looks like it says.
No, hashtag Christine the Dino.
No, look, Christine Thedino.
I don't know why you're saying that. Where are you looking?
Look here, Christine, space, Thedino.
Oh, I see. Oh, maybe that could be her full name.
Oh yeah, it could be Christine Thedino. Christine Thedino the Dino.
Anyway, have you seen her?
No. Look, apparently the word dinosaur literally translates to terrible lizard.
That's a rude thing to say about Christine Thedino.
I know, she's an absolute gem.
Who's your guest this month?
Well, it was supposed to be May Camper, because she emailed me saying that she wanted to promote the May Day event in her local area. She and her Maypole friends are dancing there, but she had to cancel because she's had a Maypole-related injury.
Ouch.
Yeah, I don't exactly know what the injury is, but I suspect that it's probably a repetitive strain injury from holding the ribbon, so I wouldn't worry too much. I know May well enough to confidently say, well, I wouldn't worry too much.
Do you know May well?
Well, no, but I may as well. Oh, you're sitting down?
Yeah, well, there's not much to do downstairs, and Melissa's chatting to a customer about craft, so she's quite happy.
Is she talking about origami?
No, the customer just brought in a bag of doll parts for her because...
Doll parts?
Parts of a doll. To make a doll. So she can make a doll.
Ah, why?
I think the customer said she was given the doll parts as a present, but no, she'll probably never put it together, and she knows that Melissa likes craft.
Is it Sneezing Janice that she's talking to?
I don't know who Sneezing Janice is.
She's always sneezing.
This woman wasn't sneezing.
How long did you see her for?
I don't know, maybe 10 minutes while I was sorting out paperwork at the till. I wasn't really paying attention.
And she didn't sneeze?
Not that I noticed, Jess, but then I wasn't really looking out for that, to be honest.
No, you definitely would have noticed if Janice had sneezed. It can't be her.
What do her sneezes sound like?
Like this. Cheh! 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 Cheh!
And does she normally laugh when she sneezes as well?
Do you know what? She doesn't, but I don't know how she doesn't.
Oh my god.
They're exactly like that.
Really?
It's like she was in the room.
What does she look like?
Short brown hair, freckles, glasses. I don't really know what I mean by this, but I always think that her sneezes don't match her fashion sense.
Right.
And every time she sneezes, her glasses like jump off her nose. I don't know how they don't fall off.
I've never been.
What?
What?
Why did you say that?
What did I say?
You said, I've never been.
Oh, I was just thinking that I've never been to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
Well, you don't have much interest in performing, so I don't really know why you would.
And I've also never been to Devon.
Well, you could have gone to Rachel Stairs Farm instead of me if you'd said that. It would have been a lot easier, because you can drive.
I couldn't because, remember, I had to brush the shop.
I don't know what that means, Andrew. If you're going to stay here, can we answer some questions from listeners, as we don't have a guest?
Okay.
Okay, let me just find, because I printed some out. We actually have a lot of questions, which is amazing, because you can never really tell how many listeners you've got. Okay, so number 1. Hi, Jess. Not a question.
Maybe the question's coming.
Hi, Jess. Do you have a last name? Yes, my last name is Plowman. Plowman.
And my last name is Taylor, Taylor.
Yep. That was from Carpet Stitch 1992. And you've even got a bonus answer from Andrew there. So, right, question 2 is from Cornetto Flake 1X. And they asked, if you were a greetings card, what holiday would you be celebrating, if any? And what would you look like? Now, Andrew, this is my kind of question.
Why?
I don't know. I reckon you'd be one of those anti-greetings cards, you know, which says something like, or to show that I remembered your birthday, here's a piece of folded card.
Yeah, that would be me. And I'd be overpriced at like £4 because it's a novelty card and unusual. But people would still pay it.
I think I'd be a greetings card which isn't for any holiday in particular. Maybe I'd have like a beach scene on the front with like sandcastles and like a turtle or something.
I need a holiday.
Me too. Question 3 is from Budgie Mummy of 8, and the what happens if she gets more budgies? I always think that with these number ones.
Or loses some.
Yeah, anyway. Your question is, you have a lot of books in the discount bookshop, but if you could write a book, what would it be? Great question.
It is a great question. I think I'll probably write a book of football facts.
Really? I'd like to write children's books for about 3 to 7 year olds.
That's very specific.
Yeah, but I like that age. Books are about kind of 50-50 words and illustrations. And I like the fact that the words and the pictures complement each other and they both play a big part in telling the story.
You can't draw.
Oh, no, not at all. I'd need to bring an illustrator on board for definite.
Can I ask this one?
Which one? Oh, yeah, you can do.
It says, when I was in your branch of the discount bookshop the other day, I heard you talking about a bad horror film set in a haunted bakery. What was it called? It's been playing on my mind ever since, and I wanted to watch it because it sounds hilarious.
It's called Cake Wide Awake, and believe it or not, it's actually a 2015 remake of the film from 1992. I don't know why they bothered, to be honest, but the posters are very good, if nothing else. And I've heard that they're making a sequel called Cheesecake Mistake, but I can never tell if it's one of those rumours that started as an April Fool's joke.
That was from Chocolate Banana One for me.
Okay, next is from Panini X Girl, and the question is: can you please tell me if you have certain books in stock? Yes. I'm looking for Harry the Hedgehog's Day Out and Harry the Hedgehog Visits the Hippo, both written by Caitlin Little.
Shall I go and see if we've got them?
Oh, you could do, yes please. Oh wait, Andrew, there's another one. Baby Chick Chicken wants to know if we have the complete Rowendale Books box set in store as well.
Okay, I'll book in a minute.
Okay. I'll just carry on. I'll just answer some quick questions whilst Andrew's gone. He won't be long. Okay, so this is from Bread is Nice Though. Yes, it is, isn't it? I'm glad that it's getting its recognition. The question is, what is the most annoying thing that customers do? Oh God, Bread is Nice Though. Where do I start? This is not going to be a short question after all. There's no way I can choose one thing that annoys me about customers. God, let me think. Maybe when they eat in the shop and get crumbs everywhere and then leave the wrapper despite us having a perfectly clear, laminated no food or drink sign at the door. Laminated. No one... Oh, God. Some people they don't respect the lamination anymore. It's been laminated for a reason. It's important, it needs to be... Okay, or maybe the most annoying thing is when people don't pay for a bag for their shopping and then I have to watch them wrestle their stuff into their bag, which we all know is not going to fit. Or they put the smallest items in first and then obviously the bigger items don't fit, so they have to unpack everything and try again, and we all have to wait and there's a big queuing and... and then they do exactly the same thing again when they've unpacked it, and this time they rip the bags. They end up having to buy one from us anyway, and you just think, oh, she just... Oh, God. Or, and it's annoying when, when customers enter the shop and immediately ask where something is rather than bothering to look around themselves, or maybe they'll travel all the way to the back of the shop to ask if we have any shopping baskets for them to use, and of course they're right at the entrance where they always are, in literally every shop. It's annoying when adults knowingly let their kids break things and then hide the packaging under a table, or when customers want a heavy discount on an item just because, unlike the other ones, it's not wrapped in the plastic wrap that they'll just throw away when they get home anyway. And it's really annoying when customers read your name badge and they start using your name as if you're friends. And... oh.
I found all those things, so can I just give them to you for now?
Oh, okay.
Okay, I need to go downstairs though because it's got really busy since I've been up here, and obviously Melissa can't use the phone.
Okay, that's fine. You go.
Right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Melissa can't use the phone, by the way, because the signal is terrible in our shop, and one of the phones doesn't actually work anyway. So she just to clarify, she can usually use a phone. She does know how to. Okay, well, it's not long till the end now. But one thing I do need to do, because I promised I would, is I need to read something from my neighbour Lottie. I think I mentioned her yesterday, actually, when I got her. I found her little lip balm, kiwi flavoured scented lip balm. She's got a whole load of those. She's got kiwi, raspberry, pineapple, all sorts. I found it in my bag anyway. So yeah, so she's 7 years old, and I've known her since she was a baby. She's been a neighbour since then. And unfortunately, she heard the last episode of the podcast. For some reason, I didn't even know she listened, and she was very upset by the story that Rachel Stair told about the not so sleeping bunny, which Rachel found in the road. It turns out 7-year-olds are very bright, and they know when you're trying to hide the facts. So she's written a story that she wants me to read for you all. Let me just find it. She has written notes from the author. She actually wrote that. The story last time was sad, so please read this one about a happy bunny who lives happily. Okay, I should start. I should say that I read this through before I agreed to read it, because honestly, you never know what a 7-year-old's going to write, and there will be a lot of spelling errors. But out of respect for the author's vision, I will read it as written. Also, she's requested sound effects, so I'll see what I can do with the source material. Here we go. Once upon a time, there was a little bunny. Her name was Minnie, and she was a mouse. Only joking, she is a bunny like I said before. She hopped over to a big yellow giant house with an enormous chimney and sniffed. She could smell waffles, and so then said, "I love waffled, especially ones with apple and toffee as well, and also pineapple and chips, and also jam and fresh green leaves from the trees, and mud and biscuits and all of those things mixed together with lemonade. Yum, she said. Yummy for me, and I'll take some back for all of my friends." So she did, and went and knocked on the brown wood blue door. When she had knocked on the brown wood blue door, she looked up and saw that someone had opened the brown wood blue door. It was her friend Tobias that lived there. He said, laughing, "Hello, Minnie, do you like waffled?" She said no, and Tobias looked at her as well. She got out of her pocket a box and laughed, and then said, "Just joking with you, my friend. I can fit some of the waffles in this box, which I brought from home with me." He went, "How lucky. I'll go and get 3 for you in a hurry." And he ran off, because he's not a bunny, he's a unicorn. So he didn't hop. Minnie said, "I'll have 2,000, please." And Tobias said, "Okay." And then he brought them to the door. Then we bring them down to the wood blue door. And they both looked at the waffles and said, "They're not waffles, they are turtles." They said that bit at the same time, Jess, and then they're both surprised. They looks at each of the turtles and calls each one of them by their name, like when at school the teacher does a register and you have to say that you are in the lesson. If you're not, you don't say anything at all because you're not there. They said Daniel, Sally, Lucy with an IE, Clover, Madison, Bill, Freddie, Gracie, Georgia, Safina, David, Jess. Then they ran out of names for all the turtles because there are so many of them. They started calling them names like fence, armchair, curtain and car keys because the names were getting sillier and sillier. Too many turtles were in the box, and they started walking round the big round green garden. The turtles started talking to each other with jokes like, "Why are turtles funny?" Because they tell funny jokes. And they all started laughing. But then they fell over and got stuck on their backs. They were all laughing because it was a silly sight. But actually that is a lots of turtles to get stuck on their medium oval polka dot shells at the same time. They could fall on their nose.
Ouch.
Minnie had an idea, because she'd seen this before, many times before. So she hopped into the room in Tobias's house where he keeps his tools. In Minnie's big yellow house, which is shaped of a watering can, she keeps her tools in her tool room. But Minnie looked everywhere for the tool room, and she didn't know if he had one of those. Minnie looked up and down and all around, and at some time later she found the tool she needed in the bread bin. Why was it in there? She needed a turtle tilt, of course. She hopped to the front garden again and then noticed that she forgot the turtle tilt. She found it in the bread bin, but had left it there. Silly Minnie, that happens to all of us sometimes. When she stopped laughing about it after about an hour, she hopped back to the turtles, this time with the turtle tilt. Tobias said, "What kept you?" And Minnie just did one big laugh and showed him the turtle tilt. Ta-da! He said, "That's a good idea, because then the turtles can be the right way up on their feet again." Minnie nodded and gave him a big thumbs up and started with the turtle tilt. She'd used one many times before because she used to live in a small green friendly place called Turtle Town, and there are lots over there. One at a time, each turtle turned the right way round and all started singing a song called the Turtle Tipping Song. And that was a happy song, because when you heard that song, you realised that the turtles were getting to be happy again. They all clapped, and that was the end of their day. The end. Well done, Lottie. That was great. Very, very good use of descriptive words. I know you've been doing that at school. And I really like the idea of a turtle tilt. Very clever. And also remind me to give you back your kiwi lip balm. Now, from celebrating the art of storytelling to celebrating those who are recognised as Employee of the Month. Let me just find... Not that one. Okay, so this person makes their own perfume and specialises in the scents hay and tomato leaf. They enjoy writing songs and performing them to their plants in order to encourage growth, health and fitness of the stem. They also have a dog called Crab Cake, a cat called Oatmeal, and very expensive antique chairs with faces on each of the arms. Okay, well, yeah. She once answered the door, and standing there was her local baker who'd run out of sugar. And she once went to her piccolo band meeting only to find that she'd misread her diary and got there a week early. Would you believe? Her name is Penelope Fife. She is the sales assistant, or a sales assistant, sorry, in the Bognor Regis branch of the Discount Bookshop, and she is this month's Employee of the Month. Yes, Penelope, you were nominated for Employee of the Month by your manager Bradley Zane for your great attitude to work when you had to work 12 days in a row due to staff shortages. He said you were the only person willing to work so many days to cover shifts and never complained more than twice. I'm told that you were already given a box of chocolates for that work, but now you are Employee of the Month, so congratulations for that. I know which one I'd rather have. Chocolates. And here we are again at the other end of another episode of the Discount Bookshop podcast. Thank you so much for listening to episode 9. Don't forget that all of the other episodes are available. And as usual, please take the time to like, subscribe, etc. Head Office are actually starting to check now. Head Office are starting to check now to see if anyone is actually liking and subscribing and rating. So please do it if you can. And it will really help me out. And that's it. Alright, hope you enjoyed. Thanks a lot.